How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Hope you guys are alright. Happy Sunday to each and every one. TITA this one here. Good to go. And we are thanking the Lord for another Sunday. Another day to give God the glory. What's today's date? Today is what, the 3rd? Yeah, today is May 3rd. And we are moving on our way. We are moving at the speed of light. Yeah, we're moving at the speed of light. Give God the glory, man. All is well. All is well. All is well. We're there on the grind same way. So, big up yourself, people. And we thank you for tuning in. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. Like, share. This one podcast on our platform. Today is the YouTube day. So, no third party. We're just here giving God thanks. Yeah. Why? Sad news. But I knew it was coming. Spirit Airlines had announced that they are going out of business. They shut their doors either yesterday or today, and they are out of business. Yeah. Now, I got a few comments, not much, about this company. And it really got to me, because for number one, when them say them shut down, I don't know if they ever informed their investors, or if they ever informed the employees, or if they even went to the government to get a bailout. That is number one. I don't know. Second, it was one of the cheapest airlines you can get a flight on. Very, very cheap. And that, to me, was not a good sign from the get-go, but you know, people flock to wherever they can get a cheap seat or a cheap airline. Listen, any airplane company that has planes, just the maintenance alone, on top of the gasoline and the workforce, it's gonna be a pretty set of money for maintain. It's gonna be a pretty set of money to maintain. It cannot run on water, and it cannot borrow all the time, right? So I think the reason why that company went underground was, for number one, the government, they bailed them out previously, right, during the COVID time. And then, I guess, depending on the comeback now, which has been 5 years later, a war had come into play. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Twin B. So, a war came into play, right? And because the war came into play, the gas prices went up, right? The gas prices went astronomically up, and it caused them to kind of have like a backlash where money wasn't running as they should. Because let me tell you something, Spirit Airline is cheap. It's cheap from the plane to the ticket to even the customers. Cheap customers. And let me tell you, I ride that plane one time. Not because I wanted to, but because somebody bought me the ticket and they took they went to Florida, right? So because they went to Florida, they said, oh, we can get you a cheap ticket. And I wasn't looking for no cheap ticket. I was just looking for a ride, the nice, affordable ride that I can take. I wasn't looking. But when I ride on that plane, let me tell you, first of all, they put us on the plane. Second of all, they were loading. I me hear them say, me hear something or so. I don't know what that. I never heard it on Delta. I never heard it on American. I never heard it on United. But this particular plane, them had this song, and the plane was so slender and so long, but it's slender. The seat them was so compact. I was so pissed off. I said, man, how the heck can anybody enjoy this flight? You can't even push your seat back. But then from that time to now, I never ride on Spirit again. Never ever, never ride on that plane again. Not to my record. I don't believe I ever rode on that plane again. And when I say it's one of the most uncomfortable ride I ever take on an airplane, you gotta be there to experience what I'm talking about. It's uncomfortable. Yeah? Nobody in the right mind go spend money on a maybe 2-hour flight, 3-hour flight for no uncomfortable business. Nobody. Even if it's the Greyhound or Amtrak, nobody's going to be spending 2 hours on a plane for uncomfortable. And I think that was the reason their whole model. Just get you there safe, but get you there quick and get you there affordable. And they don't really cater on the fact that it's quality. They just wanted quantity. They didn't care about quality, They're more concerned about quantity. How many people they can get from A to Z and forget about the quality aspect. Yeah. So that was their downfall, amongst other things, right? Expenses and things like that. That was their downfall. Of course, they had to go to the, legitimization of being a business and all of that. But they wasn't concerned about quality, And then on top of it now, that little whatever scam they was running as far as not giving you quality, it backfire. It backfire. Because it trickled down to the everyday people too. The money for spending on a job or spending on transportation, you know what I mean? And then with the new regulations and all of that. It was very difficult. So I feel bad again for the workers, and I feel bad for the people who are waking up to find that they are no longer employed. You know what I mean? I feel bad for them. Hello, Elizabeth, how are you? I feel bad for them, and it's rough because everybody need some form of income to get to continue doing what they do. You know, everybody needs some form of income. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. You know, it's not easy to know that you have to wake up now and go look for another job. Some people, especially in the States, everybody think people have money in the States and so on. Yeah, there is money here, but they just give you enough, and most of the time people are living from paycheck to paycheck. You understand? People living from paycheck to paycheck. So it's hard for them, you know, to plan ahead of time, because planning ahead of time, yeah, it's good, but it's not a guarantee. Right? It's not a guarantee. And especially as you see here today, if you watch the news, in America, Spirit Airlines has been shut down. Right? Big vacancy when it comes to the workforce. That means that the unemployment rate has gone higher, right? Along with other stuff. And maybe some people have joined the bread line, have joined the homeless line. The American people just now put TSA back into out of shutdown mode and just paid them. That's the transportation security people. And now they get this news now. So we are in, if not on the brink of a real tragic situation here in the States, where people are going to be in a rock and a hard place. Literally. You know, all these cars you see running around here, they're going to have to park up, because if they don't do something, you know, and it amazes me because these people who run these companies are billionaires, billionaires, have a lot of money, and they are shutting down. They are shutting down their businesses. They are shutting down their organizations, because people are not making money. People are not making any money to survive the whole backlash coming from the war. Right? And I'm sure it's not good on the president end. Hit the like button, people, if you're coming in. Hit the like button. If you are a president and you hear say another airline, even though it's not the top three, yeah? It's not the top three. So the top three is American, Delta, and United. Those are the top three airlines that are making way today for you know, keeping the country afloat. Them is the top three. So you ain't really worrying, but there's always an option. You have Southwest, you have American Airline. I mean Southwest, and you had Spirit. And Spirit now shut down. Maybe next week or this week it might be Southwest. So now those top three now have to increase their territory and take on the obligation, but their planes are bigger, so they require more gasoline. Right? And if they don't cover those airlines, somebody got to step up. Somebody got to step up. Some form of transportation, some form of, you know, coverage got to take place. So, you know, I keep them in prayer. All those people who have lost their jobs, I feel bad for them. Continue to keep the faith, trust in God. One door closed, another one open. Yeah. It's a time for reflection. It's a time for to encourage people. I encourage your brother and sister help one. Yeah. But thank God you're still in the best country in the whole wide world. I wouldn't want to be nowhere else looking for a job or starting a new business rather than here. And that is the reality of it. Even though it hurt for only a little bit. Right? And there's no room for pride. No room for pride. Just try your best and keep the faith. Yeah? And don't be too high that you can go down a little bit lower. All you gotta be concerned about is keeping the ball moving, keeping the ball rolling. Yeah? Until you get where you wanna get, until you wanna go where you wanna go. Keep the ball rolling. I think that is the message this morning. Yeah? When you look at Spirit Airlines. So it's hard times, man. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it's all good. It's hard times because everybody's feeling it, right? And they never address the problems that are going on in the country, but now they double the problem and it's gonna get even harder. So we who are able to do what we can do, remember our brothers and sisters who are out there right now who are going through the struggles and going through the ailments and going through all of the pain and suffering. There is a God above. Yeah, never give up. All right. So I'm gonna head up out of here right now. It was a short podcast. I appreciate everybody who came in. I appreciate the young ones and the old ones and the new ones and the existing ones. Big up yourself. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for giving us your time and your ear. This is ITLS1. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you can share the live and share the podcast. Big up yourself. Thanks for joining.